Alright, what you see here is a Dynasty hugger ceiling fan, model CF-HA52. I got this fan 4 years ago now from a thrift store, new in the box for $9. And it's actually the first fan I got as a collector new in the box, and the first fan I found out in the wild. So it's a very sentimental fan for me even for that reason. And I also got it because these generic huggers like these are pretty big childhood fans for me. So that was another reason why I got it. The fan is from January of 1988. I'm not sure who the manufacturer is on it. It might be King of Fans. I'm not 100% sure. But it's a decent performer. I put the Schoolhouse globe on it. So I figured this fan would look pretty nice with it. And this is one I've never used on a fan before for testing purposes. However, I've actually had it for about 2 to 3 years now. It's been about 2 years now since I got this fan. Got it from Brandon since he didn't have any use for it. Since he's not really the biggest fan of floral globes. So I figured to give it a more of a vintage look. So yeah. And this little pull fob is just from another fan. I don't even know what it's from, but I figured I'd just put that on it just so I have one for the light, one for the fan. And I am showing it with the cane blades. On the other side, it's this plain oak on the other side. So yeah, go ahead and show it with the light. Alright, let me go ahead and shut off the lights around me to give a test of how well it lights up the space. Alright, it does a decent job. It's just using a regular 60-watt LED bulb. It's not using a stronger one, so of course the lighting's not the strongest at the moment. Yeah, let me go ahead and start the fan off on low. The fan definitely does have a bit of a sway to it, only because, similar to the Mink Air Mesa that's installed down here as the basement fan, this fan gets mounted to the mounting bracket by 2 bolts. Well, the Mink Air has 4, but this one only gets mounted by 2, so that's why it sways a bit more. As you can see, it is wobbling just a tiny bit. And the blades being a tiny bit out of clock definitely doesn't help that case too. So it's definitely a fan that would wobble quite a bit if the blades were really out of alignment. Oh yeah, it's definitely putting off a nice gentle breeze on a low speed. It's not too loud on a low speed, so it has a tiny hum, but nothing major. Not sure where this fan would have been sold at. I have seen the same exact box art for this fan online before, or being sold. Like basically it's another generic hugger of some sort, except they would have like a different name on it. One of them I remember seeing said Alexis on it instead of Dynasty. So I'm guessing they were just like rebranded fans for certain stores or something. But who knows? Alright, go ahead and show it the light. The chain's a little bit funny on it, so I think the spring on it's starting to go out. It's basically a typical budget fan from back in the 80s, early 90s. Something that you'd see a lot. Fans of this style. And now we have Littletons and Harvey's Armitages and the 52-inch versions of both of those fans, basically. Are the newer versions of these. No, they were never as bad as these ones, though. I mean, these were actually decent. I mean, they were never as bad as those newer ones. These were actual decent fans, but they weren't the best ones out there. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and move it up to medium. As you see, it definitely has a little bit more of a wobble on a medium speed. It's not like a major wobble, it's just like a decent wobble to it. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and show it the white. Just excuse my dog upstairs. It's right below my mom's bedroom. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and move it up to the high speed. Sorry about that, I just had to stop it because the boiler went off so it would make too much noise. So now I'm gonna move it up to the high speed. Definitely moves decent air movement for a fan of this quality. I mean, it's not a bad performer. I mean, it's definitely a decent performer. It's not as bad as like a Walmart type fan or like the Hampton Bays type ones. I mean, it's not a high quality fan like the Highline hugger that I have. That's a cast motor generic hugger. But this one's definitely decent. One thing I do gotta say I'm happy about is that this fan does not make a lot of humming noise, which is something that can be an issue of a lot of huggers, especially generic ones like these. And the motor on this one's actually a bit, it's not so small on it, it's actually a little bit beefier. So that's a nice thing about it as well. I was to install this somewhere, I'd definitely install it the way you see here. With this globe on it, I think it suits the fan pretty well. Definitely something I can see putting in like a kitchen. Although I definitely would put something a little bit better than this. Just because I have other options I can use. Like the high line, for an example. Even though that's a 4-bladed one, it's basically the same thing. In terms of appearance. No, that one has stencil blades over cane, and I actually do like stencil blades more than cane. That's just my preference, so I do really like to love cane as well. Starting off and do spin down. Reverse. Spin down on this fan is very short due to the fan not having the bearings broken in and such. It's about like 30 seconds or what, a little more than 30 seconds, or about less than 30 seconds, but it's definitely not a minute long. I mean, the only time I've used this fan is when I first tested it, when I first got it, when I did a remake of it being floor tested now, and then this time. So it definitely doesn't have that long of a spin down, but the fan definitely performs well. Right, now to shut the light. For medium. Definitely wobbles a lot more in reverse. Not sure why some fans tend to wobble more in reverse, but it's a thing, I guess. Right, now for reverse high. Definitely feeling a breeze from reverse over here. Having this installed down here, it's made me think about how I've in the past I've thought about putting a 56 inch hugger. Not 52 inch, I'm going to say. However, even though it definitely performed better than the 42 inch Minga Air, I kind of like it that it's more in a smaller space just because the blades are kind of close to the shelves. So when I move stuff from the top, I can definitely risk hitting it more often while it's off, obviously. But I definitely want to hit it and then have the blades get out of alignment and such. But yeah, and that'll be it for this video. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and stay tuned for more videos to come.